I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gone, get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone. Screen anybody tryna take a piece of pie home. Try a song, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low balling digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks, learned how to bite my way out fishing nets.
What's up, family? Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate that. I hope y'all can hear me. I think I'm good on my sound, I believe. And we ain't gonna mess around with it too long tonight, family, cause I'm
Here we go again.
Here we go again, family. Let me get back over here, see who all we got up in here. Let's see. Okay. We got Psalm 146, Home and Garden. How you doing, sister? Thank you for being in here. She said, Kwanzaa, na Kiswahili first. Habari za jioni, kaka and dada. That's basically saying, good evening, my brother and my sister in Kiswahili. So Psalm over there doing the thing. Actually, her next comment from Psalm 146, Home and Garden, she said, I got to ask about the thumbnail. Is this person holding the other person down or turning someone over, possibly to rescue them after having ingested, as the title suggested, strange fruit that's toxic? Nah, Psalm. I actually re-edited some stuff. Strange Fruit is a very popular song, first by, I believe, Billie Holiday, and then revamped by Nina Simone in the over the course of the 50s and the 60s. Nina Simone kind of brought it back, but it's about it's a little morbid, actually. Strange Fruit is making reference to some of the lynchings that happened over the course of time, and it was making reference to the humans hanging from those poplar trees and them oak trees and some of them pine trees down in them piney rolling hills of East Texas and other places. But I changed that, and I just want to have a conversation. It goes where it goes, but I can't help but realize the longer I live, the more things change and the more things stay the same. Who we got? Unbiased LLC. What's up, sister? How you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Shanna. What's up, Shanna? Working in them bushes. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you for being here. Vision Preparedness, my man. Thank you, bro. I believe tonight, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Vision Preparedness will be on. I'm gonna do my best to be a part of that conversation. I'm gonna try to. I gotta give me a little cat nap or something. Your boy getting. Y'all wait till y'all keep living. Wait till you get my age. Y'all see how time catch up with you. Auntie Ellen, how you doing? G-Quat Traditions with Miss Ellen Pankey. Thank you for being here, young lady. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. It's also Thursday, so that means Auntie Ellen. That means Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. That means possibly Odoms and J3GS Farm gonna be sliding through. Man, y'all gonna share this live out if you feel so inclined, so we can hear from everybody, anybody who want to participate in the conversation. Miss D's Hollywood Garden, how you doing, young lady? Welcome in. Karen Colson, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. First time seeing you in here to my knowledge. Hey, Sassy. What's up, Sassy? The experience with Sassy, y'all. Happy Thursday to you as well, my sister. Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Miss Grace Gines, how you doing? Better get in here and enjoy yourself. Who else we got? Okay. Dipping down into the bushes. Okay, it's all good. I'm just happy. I'm just grateful. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for taking the time to come over and be a part of this little pop-up. I guess it's a pop-up. If you know you're gonna do it and still it took a while, it is a pop-up. It ain't as spontaneous as some of our pop-up be, but it's a pop-up nonetheless. Thank y'all for being here. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of get into the conversation. So another incident arose that was recorded here recently. Hey, Mary Grow with me, 1964. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We talk about a lot over here. In fact, we kind of talk about a little bit of everything, honestly. But oh, thank you, Miss Grace Gines. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It was a good one. Everybody was singing and having a good time. That doggone Vision boy, my goodness, him and Tori. We almost the 4 tops, wasn't we? Or the 5 heartbeats or something. It was a nice little groove. We had a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So this incident happened. We got some content I'm gonna play. I had different versions of it, but I chose to go with the one that the news media aired. So maybe the YouTube folk won't come with my legs too bad, try to take my channel or do nothing like that for putting out raw, unedited or unapproved, whatever. And we're gonna get to that in a minute. And the conversation I want us to have tonight, y'all, everybody don't have to be in agreement with one another when it comes to issues like this. But I love being able to absorb because I might learn something or a new way to look at something that I hadn't considered before. I understand people being tired of it as far as some of the things that happens between citizens and law enforcement, especially for black folk. But honestly, and hell, it's 2023. It's rough for everybody. Some worse than others, depending. I mean, historically. It ain't a bash law enforcement. It ain't a F the police type conversation I'm trying to have here. It's more of a coming to realization for me, honestly. Because I don't know when and I don't know how certain things that seem to have just been that way for forever. I don't know how that changes. I don't know if that goes away. I don't know if fish can ever really live out of water, so to speak. Now, what happened with these folks, it's an older black couple. I'm going to play it in a minute. We'll play some other stuff. Apparently, it's alleged that they was in the grocery store stealing the cake. I didn't see no cake, but I don't know what all happened before the camera got turned on. But I never once saw a cake. When I saw this, man, I don't. You know what? Matter of fact, before I get to busting my chops on it too much, I'm gonna go ahead and run it. I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then I'm gonna drop this link, and we're gonna talk about it on the other side. Yeah. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that, fam.
No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
Growing outrage tonight over video that shows a sheriff's deputy throwing a woman to the ground during a tense confrontation in Lancaster. Residents in the surrounding community are demanding the deputies involved be fired.
Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna calls the video disturbing, but insists a full investigation will be completed. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade reports.
What's going on, dude?
He got the camera, bro. He come with me orders. Right?
Just relax. Just gonna pat you down, buddy.
I don't have nothing.
Okay.
Watch as LA County Sheriff's deputies confront a man accused of shoplifting at a Winco grocery store in Lancaster on June 24th. While deputies detain the man on the ground, his alleged accomplice can be seen filming with her cell phone.
No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
It appears a deputy throws her to the ground on the body cam video released by the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Stop.
Now, I just got to stop right there for this one thing. As far as I know, and I'm open to being corrected if I am in fact wrong, there was a few years span where it was confusion about this. But as far as I know, recording interactions with law enforcement and the public is not a crime. It's not a crime. This is obviously a middle-aged woman recording her husband being arrested, or at least at minimum detained, some form of detention while an investigation is taking place. Mine would do the same thing for me. How do you, I'm thinking about this, we're going to talk about different parts of this tonight. What's up, Odoms? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Like I said, man, tonight we got Odoms, we got Vision Preparedness, we got Auntie Ellen, we got Miss Shirley OG Gardner. It's Thursday night, y'all, so y'all know how it go down. Well, it's Thursday morning for y'all, but Thursday night for us. But how helpless a feeling must that be? You in cuffs, being held, and then you watch your wife get slung to the ground like she a small running back by a real big defensive lineman or something. And it ain't a whole lot you can do. And the things being alleged upon you might not actually even be true. I don't have answers, family. I'm trying to have an open, respectful dialogue amongst this BCIAC family. Because I'm really trying to see how it's less about what we gonna do or how we gonna do this. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't always have a whole bunch of hope. I'm honest about my pessimism. Some things about this life I done seen and watched and lived through, I ain't optimistic about it. And I ain't got no qualms with saying it. Don't nobody have to agree with me. Because we all different people living this whole thing we call a life. But at what point, individually, collectively, as a family, as a husband and wife, as parent to child. Any of y'all ever ask yourself, if things could change, why they ain't changed by now? What's up, TX Lala? How you doing, Lala? You better get in here and enjoy yourself. Have there been some improvements with regards to certain things? Absolutely. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is almost like that old Paula Abdul song. You step forward, I take 2 steps back. Every time it seems like it's a little pinch of progress, like things getting better just a little bit, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Let's get back in this, family. Let's get back in this.
Get punched in the face. You punch me and you're gonna get sued.
As the woman and deputies struggle with one another, a deputy can be seen pepper spraying her on the ground. They then finally cuff her and put her in the patrol car. The sheriff's department has called the incident disturbing, and they've launched an investigation. Meantime, sheriff's officials say both deputies have been reassigned from the field. Community activists are outraged by what they call violent policing and are holding a rally in front of the market where the encounter occurred.
The reason we're here today is we are having a protest at 5 o'clock. We are calling out the police brutality in the Antelope Valley.
They say they want to see the deputies involved terminated and a change in the way law enforcement treats black people.
And they came out, and the way that they were approached was so aggressive and assertive. In broad daylight, he was so blazing and so confident in snatching her by the neck, slamming her to the ground, putting his knee on her neck, and macing her, and threatening to punch her in the face.
What I did wrong. Okay, shut your car off.
I'm going to stop that right there. And bring this down. I believe I got at least I thought I did. There we go. The link is in the chat. For anybody who want to share their thoughts or opinions, I'm looking at some of the comments. Brother Odom said, "I roll as the role as a man is to protect. I couldn't sit there in handcuffs or not and watch a man put his hands on mine." I feel that, bro. And Vision agreed. You can come up, and I understand the sentiment behind it. And you know I love you, Odom. Shit sound good. I don't know if you ever been handcuffed. I have. When your hands are cuffed behind your back for a man my size, bones is bones. It take 8 pounds of pressure applied in the right way to completely break your wrist. And before that wrist snap, it's gonna hurt like hell. A person in handcuffs, you can literally walk them around like you pushing a stick on a tire or something. So I understand, but at the same time, and that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that points of view from anybody who want to come up. The more things change, the more things stay the same. I don't know if y'all ever comfortable with it or if y'all ever tried this or whatever. I got this real big habit, or whether I like it or not, I got this real big issue with kind of accepting stuff for what it is. Because if I can't accept it at that point, I can't change it. Now, with regards to all of this, I have no clue. I was given this world, I didn't make it. I want to make it better in any way that I can while I got the time afforded me on this earth. But y'all, it's so exhausting because so much of this ain't nothing new. You got folk in here who claim they old, especially Vision. Vision always claiming he older than somebody. You got folk in here claiming they older than me. Well, if that's the case, y'all know even better. I just, yeah. Okay, we got somebody, we got a youngster up here now. We got a youngster back here. Let's get to it. Welcome in, my brother. Welcome in.
What's going on,
How
my
you
brother?
doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great and hoping to get better, fam.
Amen. That's all we can do is get better.
Yeah. So what you think so far, brother? What you think? I mean, this ain't something we I don't have an answer, but I'm open to conversation. So go and give us what you got on your mind, bro.
I'm with you. I don't have any answers. This ain't new, y'all. And being as old as I am, ain't nothing new under the sun. And I'm gonna take color out of this situation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because right is right and wrong is wrong, regardless of color, creed, whatever.
Yeah.
First thing, and TX Lala mentioned this, and this is the first thing I seen after watching the clip. I don't know what happened before or whatever, but the man was sitting there, you know, and they came up and wanted to handcuff him and did handcuff him. And then apparently his wife comes out and she's videotaping all this. The media immediately categorized her as his accomplice, as if he did something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, so you know,
yeah,
their judge, jury, and the sheriff is going to be executioner.
It's so unfortunate, man. And like you said, what's up? She said, Miss Queen T is in the building. Anybody else who tiptoed off in here and I might have missed y'all. No, you know, what you saying and what Lala said is exactly right, because it's the formulation of a narrative. So you building a narrative and you putting this whole idea out that she's an accomplice. You can only be an accomplice to someone you've aided in a circumstance. We usually, typically, when we use that language in society, especially American society, it's usually associated with a crime.
Correct.
There has yet to be determined if there was ever even any form of, and again, like I was saying, so I used they clip. I have the longer, full, unedited version. It's only about 5 or 6 minutes, but that's his wife.
Right.
She's and that's her husband. This little feisty one over here, if I was in that situation, she would be doing the exact same thing.
Yes.
For a grown man to walk over to her, attempt to do whatever, to go hands-on,
right.
To use that terminology. You preparing to go hands-on for a woman who's standing there recording y'all interaction with her husband, probably scared that what did end up happening could possibly happen, be slung to the doggone ground, a knee on your neck,
yes,
sprayed in the face,
yes,
and threatened to be punched. Bruh, I'm so tired, man.
Yeah.
That's why I can't lie to you, Vision. I can't lie to you. Bro. I can't lie to this chat. I can't lie to myself. I keep saying I don't have no answers because if it was a fix, damn it, it'd have been fixed by now.
Right. or the powers that be don't want to fix it. That's the key right there. And why?
Yeah.
And you know, I have to agree with Odom to some circumstance, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
With if that was me and that was the COO, it'd have been flat out on, and y'all would have saw me get shot. Because at that point of the game, as a man, and as Odom said, as her protector, it is my duty, it is my right to protect her, handcuffed or not. And I'm with you on that. You know, it don't take but 8 pounds of pressure. But I definitely, they would have been scrapping with both of us.
Was you the best you could have did was kick, and which I mean, hell, try to do whatever you can to especially for your wife, for the love of your life. But he was literally had been sat down on the ground. During the detention, it's very common for them to either demand that you sit down. What's up, Miss Cheryl Faulkner? How you doing? Y'all, it's hard as hell to get up. That's look like dude might be in his 60s.
Right.
It's hard as hell to get up when you in handcuffs, for one. For two, he was being held at his spot by another officer.
Right.
And then, you know, emotions can bring adrenaline, make you do some whatever you need to do. I will admit that.
You got that right.
But like you said, you get shot. Now you can't never, but damn it, die trying. Because I'm
gonna die trying. That's it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Right. It's a hell of. With all that being said, living like that.
Yeah, and being put in that situation, especially if you did nothing wrong. And the thing that gets me is the reporter said that the sheriff's department is disturbed by this and there's an investigation. You lost your mind, lady. You should have came from that from the beginning instead of accusing these folks and said unlawful deputies acted out of line and so forth and so on. And you know, I hope this couple is innocent. And I hope they sue the sheriff department for as much money as they can get. If it's a couple million, good.
Yeah.
And I hope those officers lose their job if they were completely wrong.
And you know, and then stuff like this, man. This is why people feel as strongly as they feel, because let's say you got officers out there who this is hypothetical. Let's throw this out. Let's say Officer Friendly over in what such and such PD.
Right.
That make life hard on them too. Because now you got a whole community full of people who ready to pop off.
Right.
It's just, bruh, you know, man, I'm
there's good and bad in everything. Yes, it is. It is.
It's exhausting, man. And I don't see, maybe y'all know something I don't, but all my years of living and the more I accept as I grow older, some things just don't seem like it'll ever change.
Right.
And the fact that these was elders, I don't want to use none of my elders in here in the chat as an example, but I say one of my aunties and one of my uncles, because I'm at that age now where that's the age range of a lot of them, late 50s, early 60s. That's the age range that they in. That's right. And I'm with you, bro. I'm trying to be objective and look at it from both sides. But the reality is, somebody would have had to do something or just beat me down or end me too. Because to see that happen to my wife or one of my loved ones, assuming that they are hell, even if they, first off, I didn't see no cake, but even if they had, if some old ass people went in the store and tried to steal a damn cake, evidently they never crossed the threshold of that establishment with whatever stolen property.
Right.
True. Bro, what, man? I'm sorry, Vision. I know I keep shaking my head and saying,
Nah, bro,
this
I'm
so
with
damn
you.
exhausting.
I'm with
It's
you,
so
man.
exhausting.
It's tiring because there's good and evil in this world. And it looks like at this point of the game that evil is winning.
Sadly.
But we know the end of the story, but that still doesn't, deal with the point of it still happens.
Yeah.
And
It did.
as a man, we were made and created to be providers and protectors.
Absolutely.
And I've always said, and always will, won't deny it, and won't take it back. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
My knees. Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
You put hands on my family, we got a problem. Major problem that could either unlive me or unlive somebody else.
Cause that's a hell of a way to live. I agree. But all right, Smooth, what's up, Smooth? How you doing, man? Your boy Smooth. What's up, family? Welcome in.
All right,
Thank you
now.
for being here. I got that link in the chat for anybody else who wanna come up and join the conversation. But bro, real quick, tell people about what you got going on tonight, man.
Tonight, live stream at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time.
8:00.
8:00. I noticed that we have a lot of new subscribers on our channel that are waking up and starting to prep. So we're going over the basics, prepping 101. And it's going to be a great conversation and a lot of interaction. So if y'all can, please join us. You may learn a thing or two or three. And that's about what's going on tonight.
That's right. Looking forward to it, man. Y'all might even see your man over there. Boy, I'm having one of them old man days, so I'm gonna try to get me a little cat.
Bro. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on today, boy, but today is one of them. Ray, what's going on? Ray Official, how you doing, man? How you and your lovely wife doing?
Good to see you, Ray.
Yeah, good people over there.
Yes,
and that's another thing, man. That's why I'm trying to have this balance. I'm actually doing something that I'm just talking about the feelings, not emotions, which I know is hard to distinguish. I'm talking about how some people feel versus the emotional reactions to the circumstances of people going through, because it's good people out here. It's folk who have spent careers in law enforcement, career in the military. And then other elements of the conversation come in with them. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you go into law enforcement, then you working for the man. If you don't go into it, how the hell can you expect an entity that don't understand you to understand you if it don't have people like you in it? So it's just how? Phone check. What's good, bro?
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle,
man.
And
like you said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I believe, and this is just me, that there are good people, there are amazing people, there are great people in this world, and there are bad, evil, and wicked people in this world.
Yeah.
Always has been, always will be since the beginning of Cain and Abel.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't this whole relationship with a deep and troubling history, especially for Black Americans, whatever, however people identify, African American, Black American, Native, whatever. But it ain't just, I think some of the warnings that people tried to give 30, 40 years ago, it's starting to be more and more of a truth. It ain't just black folk no more. It's all kind of people out here getting hemmed up and whooped up on
Right.
by people, by law enforcement sometimes. I mean, like, damn, I don't. Y'all gonna probably hear me say this another 30, 40 times. I don't have an answer, boy. I sure wish I did.
I don't either, bro. It put it this way. There's only one person that was perfect that walked this earth.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah. Go ahead,
and
bro.
until he comes back, it ain't gonna change permanently. And y'all say what you want. I do what I do, and I'm being respectful to everybody. This is nothing new, and if we act out about it, now we get pigeonholed into something else.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then they gonna deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we stand by and do nothing, then we get pigeonholed into something else.
A hell of a position to be in, ain't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But right is right, wrong is wrong, and I'm always gonna stand up for what's right. Even if my people are wrong, I'm still gonna stand up, and then I'm gonna deal with them and say, "What was you thinking?"
Yeah. Because I mean, you gotta. It's that side of it got to be addressed too. It's just so, man. It's exhausting. I understand why some people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Let me say, living. I want to speak to Living Natural for Life. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Said a hand wave. Okay, from San Antonio. That's what's up, family. Welcome in. New subscriber from Leg Former 73, but long time prepper. Spent a month in Ghana in February. Okay.
All right. Living Natural for Life. There you go.
Thank you for being here. And if you got time, I sure hope you can catch my man up on the screen with me. Vision Preparedness is coming on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'd be nice to see you over there as well, my sister, and anybody else. Vision, if you can, drop your hashtag, bro, so people can go on and go over there and hit that notification bell real quick.
There you go.
I saw Ray said something. Okay, so this Ray official said I was called Uncle Tom and sell out all the time when I was in law enforcement. That in and of itself, I could see you having to deal with that all the time. For two, it's so hard with us, with not just our people. It happens in other communities as well.
Right.
But you don't even have to be in law enforcement. You could be a doctor.
Yep.
You could be an attorney. You could just decide you're gonna be that one person out your family to not just be ratchet as hell 24 hours a day. So
Exactly.
I hate the concept. I strongly dislike the concept of not living within the parameters of preconceived ratchetness. I'm not going to assign myself to them metrics. I grew up like that for real. I seen it. I done it. I chose and want better for my wife, my life, myself.
Yep.
An example to my nieces and nephews and all of this stuff.
Yes.
That don't mean I forgot where I'm from or I don't understand, but at the same time, somebody got to be the one to break it. And that's just, it's rough out here, bro. It is rough out here.
And that's real life, real world situation. That's why I tell my kids all the time, watch where you at. Be aware of your surroundings and what's going down.
Yep.
I say, when you out here, especially my son, I said, you representing me and our name. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't
exactly
leave the foolery at home. Because you don't know who's watching you and who's going to decide that you're a bad young man just because of the color of your skin, and they're going to try to hem you up to make their numbers go up or put money in somebody somebody else's pocket. Nah, we ain't going out like that.
It's it's such a burden, man. I don't even. I got about 1,000 points I could make, but it's like so much of this. I debated on whether even to do this or not, man. The only reason I went ahead and did this topic is because they are elders.
Yes.
They're elders, man.
Yes.
And between all of the law enforcement related deaths, between people just killing each other in general, all the discussions on panels and talk shows from the big names, from this person to that person, to people building whole careers around race hustling because stuff like this happen. Then you come out of the woodwork, but where are you all this? I mean,
where are you when it's going down, or you show up after the fact? Why ain't you doing nothing in the community or running for whatever, whoever, whenever to make a change? I'm with you.
Right. I was tired, boss.
I'm with you. I'm tired too, bro. And this is.
But you know, one of the only fixes I think, and this ain't me offering a solution. This is me, because we got different types of solutions individually. Collectively, I ain't got a whole bunch of hope one way or another. But as individuals and in small pockets, one of the best thing anybody could ever do, in my opinion, in the good old United States of America, and everybody ain't in a position to do it, boy, but Vision got him some land. He got his homestead, and he willing to defend it. Outside of that, I don't know what you. I don't know what
I'm with, bruh. So, man, you're absolutely right. And here's what I dealt with when I woke up this morning. Okay, I woke up this morning and looked out the front porch. On the front porch, I see 2 squirrels beating up on a concrete rabbit I got in the bushes.
Got them country Ohio squirrels. They about their life.
I busted out laughing and said, "Thank you, Lord, for today can be a good day." Yeah.
They said this our turf right here. This is our turf. Well, who is you?
Right.
Who is you?
Right, exactly. But you know, I'm like you, man. I'm tired. And it really hurts me because, like you said, these are elders. These are folks my age.
Right.
And I'm like, hold up. Y'all, nah, There was no reason in the world for you to throw that woman to the ground and then pepper spray her.
Bro,
if you fear for your life that much, you need to get out of law enforcement.
Real talk, bro. Real talk. You see what Lala put up here? Because you know what, man, Lala, I know you probably at work. I wish you had time to come up here, because this is one of the first things that went through my mind, because I can't keep them off of any of my social media. All you see feed after feed after feed is people walking in with whole trash bags, going to the makeup section, just raking everything in a bag and walking out like it ain't nothing. So I understand it is the jurisdictionally and county-wise, stuff may be a little bit different locally than it is in San Francisco, than how it is in Orange County or whatever. But the biggest thing, that's a California law, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, it is.
So how did it escalate to that? How? And the whole going hands on that early in the engagement.
Right.
I get it. You get a call out, so it's not necessarily a consensual contact, because there is the required to investigate.
Yeah.
But going hands on right off the bat, the slinging and the throwing and the bro.
Yeah. Man, and I got a meeting here shortly, but I wanted to come up here and tell you again, once again, you be dropping some hard topics, And it's okay if we don't have answers. It's okay.
Yeah.
But if we don't do anything but say something and have these types of conversations, then maybe that will inspire some folks to do something about it or begin to come up with something. Because I'm like you, when I saw that, I was like, here we go again. And it ain't about burning down the block, because that don't help. That don't help. That don't do nothing.
But decrease the amount of grocery stores, and folks already talking about food deserts and stuff. Well, if you burn down a handful of neighborhood mom and pop stores within walking distance or within a bus ride, what do you do after that? So yeah, man. Yeah, I know you got to go, bro. I appreciate you taking the time, and I have when I get off of here, I'm gonna set my alarm so I can be a part of this conversation with you tonight. I'm looking forward to.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But folks, do me a favor, share this out. If we got 20-some people, 26 people in the chat, if every one of us share this out, it may reach some folks that really could do something, or at least be more aware and have more conversations like this.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, smash the like button.
As always, I thank you, brother. I thank you, Vision. Taking the time.
I appreciate you. Keep fighting a good fight, bro, because you ain't the only one out there doing it.
For sure.
And if you still here when I get out of this next meeting, I will definitely come back.
All right, man.
I'll be in the bushes.
Thank you, my brother. As I always say, I'm gonna try to keep this one short. So
we'll see. You unbiased, you in the chat. You heard that. Y'all heard that. Everybody heard that. Even the tech department. I'll talk to you, my brother.
All right, family. We'll see you in a little bit.
Take care, fam. All right. Later.
All right. Later. We got another youngster coming up here. And I'm glad he's here because I want to propose this question, y'all.
Youngster.
First off, we got GT Jr. GT Jr. got another youngster up here. GT, perfect man to ask this question to, because I wanted to. Have you ever had, when stuff like this happen, you've been in these conversations and you hear some people who feel really strongly that we need to go do this about it, we need to do that about it, and then there's other people in the community who or just people in general who oh man, I'm tired of hearing about this stuff. They always put it on TV, always put it on the news. It's traumatizing. I've heard people say that too. So what do you do with that? Which side do you go with? And when stuff like this happen, how do you get any progress when half the people exhausted with talking about it, which I understand, and then the other half we got to go do something now? But what say you, sir? What you think, bro?
One way to actually fight against stuff like this is fight them in court. Not always don't tear up your block trying to prove a point, trying to hurt them, because they don't do nothing but hurt yourself. But, there's going to be a divide as far as what we should do or shouldn't do. And that's because of experience, or, trauma that we've endured. That make us, feel one way or the other. But educating ourselves on conversations and hearing different opinions, in a sort of a kind of way, it does something for your spirit. So you at least know that it's it's thought provoking, not just, oh, it just happened again. I really don't even know much about the case, not even the slightest little thing, but I seen that you was on live, and I'm like, what is going on? Then I heard a little bit about it. So I would have to, before I even state an opinion about the actual events, I like to have you know, a good portion, if not all the facts, so I can make a educated, you know, statement about it. But yeah, that was one of the, I couldn't type it. I got the police right over there behind me too.
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
No, I'm Gucci. I wasn't gonna tighten there, and I'm driving, so I'm like, you know, let me see if I can go up there and say that.
Did you get to see the video, GT? Did you get to see it?
No, man. I was getting ready for work. All right, okay. Bet that. Yeah. What up, chat? Hey, man, I'm gonna hit the like button when I get off this stream because I was so excited to get on here. I'm like, man, let me see what African Dreamer talking about. And then I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Vision. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to hit the like button. So everybody hit that like button.
Thank you,
Go ahead, do what you do, Pepper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro. It's all love, man. I know you're gonna get to it, but I'm gonna rerun this. I'm gonna hit this again, play this for you, for GT, and anybody else who might have came in a little bit later. Let's and the link is in the chat, people. So if anybody else wants to, let me start back over.
Growing outrage tonight over video that shows a sheriff's deputy throwing a woman to the ground during a tense confrontation in Lancaster. Residents in the surrounding community are demanding the deputies involved be fired.
Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna calls the video disturbing, but insists a full investigation will be completed. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade reports.
What's going on, dude?
He got the camera, bro. He come with me, orders. Right.
Just relax. We're gonna pat you down, buddy.
I don't have nothing.
Okay.
Watch as LA County Sheriff's deputies confront a man accused of shoplifting at a Winco grocery store in Lancaster on June 24th. While deputies detain the man on the ground, his alleged accomplice can be seen filming with her cell phone.
No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
I gotta pause that. That's what Vision and Lala was talking about earlier. Why use language like alleged accomplice? Hey, she is Sunshine and Falling Skies, Martika. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all get in here and enjoy y'allself. Y'all, this ain't I'm not getting up here portending or pretending to have any of the answers of what's best to do. I think it's an individual thing. I have no clue what folks not only black folk, white folk, anybody else who is wild out here. But anyway, back to using words and language like alleged accomplice. That is that man's wife. I'm not 100% on the age, but this is a couple, a husband and wife that's in their late 50s to early 60s. While all of this is going on right here, you see her husband is laid back on his back on the ground with handcuffs behind him, and he's screaming, she got cancer. She got cancer. Every time something happens in America or in the world, I don't get on here and because we talk about everything, but this ain't something we talk about a lot, if ever. But my God, family, my God, I just don't know. I don't know. We just gonna talk it out. We're gonna talk it out together. What's up, Unique Prepping? What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's finish this out for the people who didn't get to see it earlier.
Appears a deputy throws her to the ground on the body cam video released by the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Stop, you're gonna get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued.
As the woman and deputy struggle with one another, a deputy can be seen pepper spraying her on the ground. They then finally cuff her and put her in the patrol car. The Sheriff's Department has called the incident disturbing, and they've launched an investigation. Meantime, sheriff's officials say both deputies have been reassigned from the field. Community activists are outraged by what they call violent policing and are holding a rally in front of the market where the encounter occurred.
The reason we're here today is we are having a protest at 5 o'clock. We are calling out the police brutality in the Antelope Valley.
They say they want to see the deputies involved terminated and a change in the way law enforcement treats black people.
And they came out, and the way that they were approached was so aggressive and assertive. In broad daylight, he was so blazing and so confident in snatching her by the neck, slamming her to the ground, putting his knee on her neck, and macing her, and threatening to punch her in the face.
Yeah, that's it. I see you back there. Hey, can you just wave at me real quick, fam? I see you backstage. Okay, there you go. There you go. You good. You can turn it back off. Y'all, we got, look at him. Lala done slid up here, family. Lala is up in here. What's going on, sister? Welcome in. How you doing?
Hey, y'all.
What up, Lala?
So
Well, I just started my lunch. Yeah, I just started my lunch break, so I decided I should go ahead and just come in.
Oh, thank you. So
really,
young lady, how you feel about this?
I agree with GT on the main part and speaking to them in a language they understand, which is in the courtroom, and suing them. And I think everybody needs to be sued. The police, the store, and also the media.
Right. I don't disagree. I just have something, with that being said, I think that's the best way to handle it. If y'all see any questions, because I'm going to get to Ray in a minute. If y'all see anything in the chat that you want to respond to, please feel free to respond to it, and I'll put it up here. But, you're right, Lala. Sometimes the incident itself ain't necessarily the best way to handle it, but when you're dealing with qualified immunity, the officers themselves are very typically maybe reprimanded, but it's usually the city or the county or the parish that end up paying. Now, regardless of who it come from, you need to get that bread. You need to be compensated if you've been wronged, especially civilly. But it's like some of the stuff that can be done, and then there's really no retribution to it. I just don't know how to. Yeah, what you and GT said, sister, fight them in court if you have to. And
I know one thing that I tell my son is, don't get caught, point blank, period. And I mean that in the sense of try not to be doing nothing that's going to draw attention to yourself, wrong or right. That's one of my sentiments that I tell my son. And I know back in the day, one of the conversations that I've had with folks around the way is, if you run, you get caught, they're gonna give you something because you just made them do a little extra. So
right.
I didn't see the portion because I was driving about the throwing down and all that there, but that just my sentiments as far as when I have a conversation with my son, just everyday life, seeing little things around, I'm like, if you're gonna do something, don't get caught. And if you get caught, they're gonna put some hands on you now. So the best thing is to stay out of folks' way. And if you're doing something, don't draw no attention to you. If you know you ain't, and I told my brother this because my brother, he's a knucklehead. He's a knucklehead. He be getting stopped on humbugs, and I tell him, I'm like, you drawing attention to yourself because you speeding. You're going 15 miles over the speed limit. And then when they catch you, you doing this, that, and the third, and then you say something, and it's like, no, you earned that, partner. That's I stand on certain principles. If you do a little too much, you're gonna get yours. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And that just, that's my family. I don't,
no, that's
I love them. So I'm gonna keep it all the way a G with them, all the way a buck.
Yeah, no, that's real, man. Lala, you still here?
I am still here.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear from you too, but just to GT real quick. No, man, I had me and one of my homeboys got into it when we were younger because Texas had just passed this thing where, with the seatbelt laws, it was like if you the passenger and I'm the driver, I got my seatbelt on, they'll pull you over because the passenger don't have on a seatbelt. And my man was like, well, it ain't gonna affect you. That you ain't gonna get a ticket. I'm the one gonna get a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt. I said, bruh, but I'm the one getting pulled over. I'm the one got to pull out registration and license and get ran for whatever and just have a headache and folk walking around looking at all your lights. And it's like, bruh, so I know exactly what you mean, but please, Lala, get back off in the conversation, fam. What you saying? I mean, what you think? Because I saw what you put in the chat, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, I also just added that, as Black people, we're more likely to be pulled over regardless of what we're doing. We're over policed. Those stats are evident in like Ferguson, even in Houston, probably in every major city where we are, where we have numbers. We're over police. It's majority getting pulled over are Black people. That's provable.
Yeah.
So it's not always about what we do wrong. I mean, the whole driving while Black thing that we've heard about for decades, it's a thing.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, it's undeniable. I just don't know how to fix that.
I wanted to mention though, one huge issue I have a lot of the time when it's older Black people being done like this. I know they can't always look at us and tell our age, but that woman, she has, salt and pepper hair. They're clearly of an age, and also the husband was telling them that she has cancer while they're doing this to her. Now, when she said, when he threatened to punch her, and she's like, "I'll sue," that did stop him, but I don't know if he did or the other cop started pepper spraying her. I mean, that could damage your eyes. I mean, it's just frustrating seeing this happen to, even if they were guilty of stealing something in the grocery store, it doesn't warrant this kind of response.
I agree. And I see another comment. Mary Grove put something in here. There it is. Thank God for today's technology. These videos speak a million words. I share that sentiment. And one of the things that's disappointing is I really thought that as long as this technology been out, everything from most departments having a policy of wearing body cams and structures around when you can and can't turn it off. It's supposed to be on at all times whenever you engage with the public. Once you make contact, as far as I know, most departments policy. Now that's whether it's audio. Okay, all right, bro. Take care, GT. All right, fam. Appreciate it. Whether that's audio and video or just video, whatever, but I thought it would have had a bigger impact as a deterrent. And I'm not 100% sure that that's working, because this deputy had his joint on. That's already been released by the sheriff's department. But even knowing that you're being recorded, both audio and visually, it wasn't enough to make.
I think the issue is probably because he's gotten away with it so many times that they are unfazed by the camera, because it's not like this is their first rodeo. They probably do this kind of thing with dealing with the public, being over aggressive, overly physical, all this body slamming people, tackling people. I mean, we've seen that so many times, and it's like seems to be a normal practice for them. And they get away with it more than they don't. And that's why he was doing it. That's why even despite the camera, the body camera, despite witnesses, despite her yelling that she was on YouTube Live, he still, the only thing that kind of gave him pause was when she threatened to sue.
Yeah. No, I agree, sis. I agree. I think these people know what they're doing. We got Brother Odom's up in here. What's going on, Odom? How you doing, family?
What's going on, family? Hey, I'm just on lunch break. I'm sorry I won't be able to come up on your lives like I should be able to, but I work most of the time, so I just want to apologize for that. But you always got some amazing topics. I agree with a lot of them, and the tape that you just showed, for me, is hard to watch, because if you grow up, when I was growing up, my mom, she got hit on when I was younger. about a man. And I watched it. I watched this. I was like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. And that day, I picked up my race car track and was beating the crap out of him. 5 or 6 year old dude. Then my mama took it away from me and was beating him with it. Ever since then, we never seen him again. But that right there makes me very protective of women. You know? So I can't step back. I will step back idly and watch something like that take place. It's just not me. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't. And especially if someone that I love, I can't step back and watch something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in on that and tell you my point of view. And
no, you good, bro. And that's why I like having these conversations, because I could sit up here and say what I think and how I feel all day, but it's other people in this world, and I want to hear how they feel. And it's kind of like what GT was saying a while ago too. A lot of it, what shapes people's opinions and stuff like this, like you said, it's hard for you to watch. You done lived through some stuff that maybe other people haven't lived through, and you like, hell, that's enough to make you snap. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's your wife or your mama or your sister or cousin or something like that, it's a whole another level to it, bro. I only think, and I heard what you said, man. Don't be worried about it, bro. I know you be at work all the time, but you always supporting, you always in them bushes, just like oftentimes we have to watch your show the next morning sometimes. So it's all love, baby. I'm just happy you here. But I get it, man. I get it, Odoms. I just don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all the part that make me sad all together. I don't see where it stops. Out of all the protesting and all the marching and all the bouts of retaliation and all the different stuff that's done happened for centuries, man. It don't seem like it's no end in sight. And I guess that's one of the hardest things about accepting this reality we live in. Because like Vision was saying earlier, man, the only alternative to this is for things to get so ugly and go so far one way in response to some of the stuff that's been happening. It ain't gonna be good for nobody.
And they always wonder why black people run from the police and stuff like that. But if you getting pulled over and they walking up to your car with their hand on their pistol or their hand already out, I mean, it's terrifying. And that happened to me plenty of times.
Me too.
It's terrifying. When the police get behind you, you're so nervous you can barely do the speed limit. Because, I mean, you see what goes on TV.
And then they ask you why you nervous. Man, I remember one out hell because you got, bro, we was in Colorado. Officer got my attention. You know, they walk by, touch the car, touch your trunk and do all of that, come up to the window. He got his hand on his. I go to reach for my to the glove box to get my registration and stuff. I didn't even notice the other one yet. I don't even know where he came from because it was just one officer in the car behind me. This cat got his thing out. This is a traffic. You pull me over because I had my sticker up in the window versus on the plate because it was a new car. So I got temporary plates. You pulled me over for temporary plates. And you mean to tell me this other cat got unholstered his weapon and got it down by his side in broad daylight? Right at the edge of a Walmart parking lot? Bruh. It's rough out here, man.
I say this all the time. I used to get pulled over a lot, almost every day, but never got a ticket in 18 years. Every time they pull me over, they want to search my car. Pull me on the street and pull out everything out of my car. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been selling drugs. I ain't never been caught for selling drugs or nothing like that. So, I mean, stuff like that, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it was one time I was riding with my ex-stepdad and one of my cousins. We seen the cop sitting there at the store. So we was turning. We had the blinker on. My stepdad was driving. Well, he just falls right in behind us and pulls us over. As soon as we turn, he was like, "You know the reason why I'm pulling y'all over? Y'all didn't turn your blinker on. The blinker was still on. It was still on.
Bruh.
You know,
Bruh.
you can't win.
You can't win. You know what? While I got you and Lala up here, because I really am gonna make this a short live tonight. Let me answer this question first. Fallen Skies Homestead and Preparedness Channel asked the question, said, does this happen to you in Africa? No. No, it does not. Not yet. I'm claiming that blessing, and keep the way policing and everything is here is completely different. Most officers don't even carry weapons at all, not even a baton. Most of them. So it's a completely different world. It's a whole different way of life. While I got Lala and Odom's up here because of what you talking about, I'm gonna play this real quick. And
okay, shut your car off. What I do wrong? Shut your car off. Come on, shoot me. Shut your car off. He want to shoot me. Got a gun? Where? Gun. Where? Shut the car off. Where? My hand in the air. Shut your car off.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That's.
My hands is in the air, but you want me to shut the car off?
No, hey, come shut the car off. I ain't moving my hands. He trying to shoot me.
Mr. Truitt would tell the mainstream media that he did not listen to Officer Dowdy's orders because he was afraid that if he made any sudden movements, that the officer might discharge his weapon. I just knew not to move. I thought I was going to lose my life right then and there. I was scared for the first time in my life. The officer was like, "That's a failure to comply." But if I would have complied, I would have got killed.
That's it.
And that's a fact. And that's another reason. I mean, you have to tote a gun these days and times. I mean, the way things are going, you have to tote your gun wherever you go. But that is another reason that it'll get you killed. You know what I'm saying? When they come up to the car and they ask you, "Is any weapons in the car?" You say, "Yeah, I got my firearm right here." If you reach for that firearm, they gonna shoot you. I mean, so you can't win. It's like they creating rules so you can't win. I mean, I don't understand it.
I mean, unfortunately, we saw for ourselves what happened to Philando Castile when we saw that like close and intimate, video of him being murdered for no reason. But I was going to mention that even I've been pulled over. I'm 5'2". I am 5'2". So when I was in college, I got pulled over because the cop claimed I switched into another lane, and I see him in my side mirror approaching with his hand on the gun. And I was by myself. So that actually brought me to tears. And I carry a gun, but I'm around guns. I grew up around guns. I ain't grew up around anybody with their hands on their gun potentially about to shoot me.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sis. I just really hey, I see you backstage. Just wave at me real quick, man.
Hey, I hate to run, Jay, but I gotta get back in here, man. I appreciate you letting me come up. Y'all stay blessed.
Hey, all love, brother. Thank you for taking the time, Odom. I appreciate you, fam. By the way, y'all be looking for you going on tonight?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't really know for sure right now. I can't really tell.
Okay. Well, y'all just keep your feelers out, man, in case my man go on tonight, Thursday night, man. Appreciate you coming up here, brother.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime.
All right, you take care now. All right, we got somebody else up here. Ray, what good, brother? What's going on?
What's going on? How y'all making out?
Man, welcome in, brother. Welcome in, family.
Yeah, I looked at that last video, man, and I mean that was crazy. It's like now, you hand over license, registration, and keys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you turn off the car and everything. Just be prepared and just have all your stuff right there, you know, waiting on them. Because if you make a sudden move, yeah, you might run into one of those cops that just hoping to shoot somebody, man. It's crazy.
I hate it's that way, bro. I wish I had the answers or the power to just make this world we live in be better than what it is. I only know how to do it in smaller increments, man, but everybody is just so tired, and now things that used to seem to be exclusive to either what's deemed as minority areas and neighborhoods or primarily black folks, like Lala was saying earlier, man, it's everybody out here catching the blues right now. Because it's becoming more and more of a than just a race issue. It's becoming more of a
police issue.
Policing
issue.
Yeah, and social. It's a social issue, and it's a economic issue too. Because some of the things that transpire and some of the behaviors, if y'all think some of these gated communities with $600,000 and $700,000 homes don't be having drugs, theft, this and that, and all of that stuff, it happens too. It's just handled and addressed in a different way. And I don't know, family. I don't know. This is man, yeah.
I was going to make one last.
Go ahead.
I was going to make one last comment before I drop down. Sunshine mentioned earlier about taxpayers are paying the cost, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't care until it affects them. And if that's the only way the taxpayer is going to be affected, then maybe that's how it has to be.
Yeah. I think you absolutely right, sister. Like so many other things in this life, we live oblivious to it until it really impacts us individually or as a family in some kind of way.
And some people just don't care when they can kind of villainize a people or a person and say, "Oh, they deserved it. It wouldn't happen to me." You know, that's how some people can justify it. But
yeah,
when those lawsuits are helping, you know, because a lot of those police departments, they lose insurance coverage because of this.
Yeah,
and that's a huge part of the reason why a lot of changes have come about, because of them being sued, them losing insurance coverage or the insurance increasing unless they do certain things. And that's the kind of language that's being. It's sad that it's a corporation, an insurance company, that's having more power and influence than we the people.
Yeah, the power of money in so many ways. Money is often a game changer, whether it's providing the resources to go out there and do it, or the lack of resources from a massive lawsuit that may completely bankrupt an entire county or something like that. Yeah.
Now you mentioned that immunity earlier. Now, if that, well, I know sometimes the police do get charged criminally, but if that happened more often, I think they would be less likely to do some of these things, like the man who was threatening to punch her in the face. Something should happen to him just for threatening that.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if it was citizen to citizen, that could very well potentially be considered a terroristic threat, depending on where you live. Now, you said something so it's a both end. I'm not saying I don't see any changes, but like you said, between civil and even criminal cases, I think there has been more accountability in recent years. But at the same time, I really have to sit in amazement as to how and why some officers still aggress citizens the way that they do. I just don't understand it. I mean, that would be foremost in the back and front of my mind. I got a mic on, I got my audio on. This can go to court. This can end up in litigation. I just
I go back to it again. These aren't rare instances. They get away with it most of the time. That's why they do it. And like thinking back, and I know it is a police thing. It's not just a race thing, but when we're people who are, historically less able to defend ourselves, less able to advocate for ourselves. That's why, poor people in any community are going to be more highly targeted, more likely to be assaulted by the police. I had a point.
Yeah.
I forgot it. I forgot my point. I had one.
You doing good to me. I mean, I could just go off for the last part you said. Absolutely right. Whenever you have a community of persons with less resources, then that means if you worried about just keeping the lights on and making sure you can afford the babysitter because it's summertime and your kids out of school and you giving your Aunt Brenda, you know what I'm saying, $40 a week to watch the kid, like you it's easy for people to get jammed up and just, even if they have the warranted opportunity to defend themselves, going through making complaints or doing this and that, like a lot of people just want to live their life and be left alone. And it's real unfortunate, man. And another element to it is for those officers, men and women, who doing the right thing by the public that they serve, it make it dangerous for them too. It's just a bad situation all the way around. And something else that's becoming more popular is for officers to kind of hold other officers to account, and then they find themselves getting jammed up. So it's a lot, family. CC, what's going on, sister? How you doing? Welcome in.
What you were saying, as far as why a lot of them keep doing it, even with the technology. I mean, honestly, I think some of them just forget that they have it.
Right?
They jump out of those cars so quick, they forget that once they, turn those lights on, boom, that camera is automatically recording, and they just go about it like it's, no big deal. I mean, I've seen that, see it on my job with the guys that I work with. These jokers, we've been having GPS in our vehicles for I think at least since
long time,
2006 or something like that,
Yeah.
So still get guys, who get popped or whatever because they're somewhere where they shouldn't be, or they're at home when they're supposed to be, working, and just all kind of stuff like that. People forget that technology is there, and I think that's what happened with some of these, some of these officers. Some of them you have just don't give a damn because they think they're above the law.
Sadly, yeah, no, you're right, man. I think that's a real good point, Ray. What's up, Sammy Joe? Welcome in. LP, what's going on, family? Thank you for being in here. Welcome. John 74. Thank y'all for coming in. Everybody who just coming in, man. We just having a conversation. We got TX Lala, which I'm absolutely honored for both of these people because it's hard to get them out the bushes sometimes. Both of them for being here. Oh, Resilient Dad, thank you, brother. I didn't even know you was in the bushes. But I think, like you said, I think the technology allows some people to forget, and you get comfortable, especially if you old school, you from a different generation, maybe. Old habits are hard to break, and the other unfortunate part of it, like you said, some of them just don't give a damn. It's the energy, the adrenaline, I'm above you type mindset, and I don't know.
I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
does someone even watch those videos, and how long do they keep those videos? Maybe that's a huge part of the issue because they have that. So far as solutions, you would think that that would solve these problems, but if no one actually is, there's no oversight, then they don't. And so far as victims, most victims of any crime, especially the poor ones, and the um, just that certain people just aren't going to report their crime, especially against something that seems like the
Yeah.
police. That an authority figure that feeling like they're in a position that they're not going to be believed. So that's a lot of the times why they get away with it because they're choosing their victims amongst a population that is less likely to even report them because they feel helpless.
Right. Well, to answer your first question, that was a recent case out of Colorado where a gentleman was uh he was actually a pilot. It kind of changed his life. It ruined his life in a lot of ways because there was one officer recently in this is a few years ago in Idaho and one in Colorado. This gentleman, and just to take race out of it completely, there was both parties involved were white males. He alleged that the officer alleged that he smelled alcohol, strong presence of alcohol. Dude said, "I don't drink. I not only do I not drink it, I haven't drank tonight, but I don't drink at all." And officer was like, "Yeah, well, I think you do, and I smell it. So, uh, you consent to a field sobriety, yada yada yada." Dude said, "Nope, because I don't drink nothing." Booked him, took him in the booking, wrote up the order for blood draw, urine, all of this stuff, right? I'm getting I'm answering the part about you said, who reviews these issues? Who reviews this? So dude got out, filed got an attorney, filed a lawsuit. His attorney not only handled his case, but started going through other cases. What they discovered, this officer had about 6 complaints. Not one of his supervisors ever reviewed any of his body cam footage. I mean, none of it. No complaint was ever taken seriously, either by internal affairs or whomever. So they went ahead and requested all of this information, got all this information. This same thing had happened to about 7 other people. 7 other people, lives completely upended. Everything from losing jobs to losing certain licensing, like his pilot license got suspended because of this alleged DWI and all of this stuff. I said all that to say that was one of my biggest takeaways from your question about who's looking at this stuff, who's taking it seriously. A lot got to change. A lot's getting better, but a lot got to change too, fam. Y'all still with me? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got to get a resilient dad right real quick. ARD, thank you for being here, my brother. We appreciate you. Get a resilient dad right. Yeah. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that support. And I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna keep to my word. I told y'all I ain't gonna keep y'all on here too long. I ain't gonna keep y'all up here all night. I want to give Ray and Miss Lala an opportunity to kind of either respond to something you see in the chat or just kind of give your closing thoughts and opinions on this subject. Because I like Odom said, he said he almost couldn't watch it. It's almost the same way for me, just having this conversation. So,
Well, I want to say thanks, Jay and April. I've been a fan for a while now.
thank
Thanks
you.
for letting me come up. I don't always. I'm usually working, so that's usually why I'm not able to come up. But yeah, it is hard to watch. It's hard to talk about and watch a lot of these topics, but it's stuff that needs to be discussed. So thanks so much for having the courage to bring these topics to the community. And
thank you.
so with that, I just wanted to go ahead and drop down. I'm almost halfway through my lunch, but thanks so much. I'm going to be in the bushes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lala, and thank you for spending it with us. Thank you for spending it with us. We appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot. My brother Ray, what's going on, man? What you got? What you got, Ray?
Now I just went look online to see if there was anything that shows how long the footage is stored, and it looks like they're saying like a minimum of 6 months. You know, so I mean that's not a long time because, like I say, some people don't even want to do a complaint. You know, and then somebody convince them, they go back and say a year later, it's like, okay, well, we don't have any footage of this. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it's just crazy a lot of the stuff that's going on. But like I said, as far as it changing, I don't see too much of it changing unless, you know, these departments start to drop the hammer on these officers, you know, who are violating policy. You know, when they start, you know, cutting them and stuff like that and getting rid of them, then what's going to happen is maybe a, you know, domino effect where the other ones may look at it and say, hey, you know what? I got to be more mindful of, you know, what I do. And you see a lot of that in different communities now where the officers, you know, are more engaged with the community than what they used to be.
Right. More community oriented policing.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, it's the laws are the laws, the amendments are the amendments. But like you said, when you straight directly violate policy, I think it's been some improvement, man, but it's still so much more improvement that needs to be made and can be made. It's just a matter of brother, I tell you, like I said all night, right? I don't know, but I think what you just said is definitely a step in the right direction to help things be better than what they are currently. And I appreciate you jumping in here, having this conversation with me. Much love from me and April to Miss Sean. Bruh, I just, y'all, if you jumping in this late, I would encourage anybody to go. Okay, yeah, I get you. I get you, Lala, real quick. Lala, you wanna? I mean, not Lala. She said you want to come up here real quick. Let me drop this here link real quick so you can come up here and say what you gonna learn us real quick, young lady. There it is. She said it is in the link. I mean, the link is in the chat. So you know how it go down. Just pop up back there and wave at me real quick. Let me see you, and then I'm gonna bring you on up. She said, can you drop the link again? Oh, did she say, am I tripping, Ray, or did she just say no? Oh, the link to the video. Oh, okay. I got you. I'll tell you what, when I get off of here, what I'll do, because I actually got it embedded. I didn't have it. It's not a separate link. Oh man. Oh, what's up? Oh, gee. What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, the big rooster.
So what's happening with you, man? I came in kind of late, but I see y'all talking about the way things being handled with the law enforcement now.
You saw that down there in Cali, man, down there in
I know I haven't seen it. I just came in late. I don't really know the case that y'all talking about. But if it is about police brutality, your title says it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what it's about.
The interesting thing is, it seems that they've even gotten worse since the cameras are on them now. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it getting no better, man. Because, like y'all said, I heard the young lady say, who's taking, you know, who's looking at all of these incidents, and you know, the people who are looking at them, they looking at them with their eyes closed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's when you're responsible for basically holding yourself accountable, how did that work out most of the time, man?
Exactly. Hey, listen, and even when they do other law enforcement agencies to review other law enforcement agencies, who's holding who accountable? Because they all think the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's reviewing those those cameras when they take them off. You know, I think what happens is that they go back into the cradle or whatever and sit there until the next day, and then that officer puts it back on and goes right about their business.
The only time it really gets reviewed is when somebody else with a cell phone and caught the same action, and then now they got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to look back, man. Everybody on here, I'm sure everybody on here knows that police brutality is something that's been around forever. But if you look back, you think about it, Marvin Gaye preached it to us in the songs. You know what I'm saying? People didn't pay attention. Certain people didn't pay attention. Ice Cube and them preached about it. When they made that song FTP. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's sad that people will keep a blind eye on that, and then also, I used to have arguments with people and tell them, man, that the police are trained to lie. You know what I'm saying? People, they ain't trained to lie. I'm like, okay, man, you can believe what you want to. They are trained to lie. That the biggest lie they ever told is I felt threatened. You got 6 people against 1, but y'all all felt threatened.
Yeah. Odom's just got down, Rooster, and when you get a chance, go back and look at that part, because I played another little video off in there. And it's rough, man. It's rough, dog, and I don't know how to fix it. And I would think that if it was gonna get better, it would have been got way better.
Exactly.
By now. So something I'm just not hopeful about. I'm just not. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I got a case that I want all y'all to look at. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but there's a brother out of the Poconos, Pennsylvania. If y'all look him up, look up. His name is Galvin Dudley, Galvin. Y'all look his case up. Dr. Rashad. I don't know if y'all watch Dr. Rashad Ritchie, but
I've seen him.
Yeah. Look up the Galvin Dudley case. That man, that they did that brother cold, man. But the cold thing about it is, his lawyers is gonna eat that case up like crazy.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna check it out, man. The thing is a lot of times people really do, because it be so egregious. A lot of times, a lot of people really do win a lot of their lawsuits, but you got to stay alive long. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta make it to the other side, and that's where sometimes that's where the hard part come in, man.
Right.
But man, it's been a hell of a conversation. It's been a rough convo. I just want to say, Rooster, if you got time, if you got a second, I'm gonna stick around. I'll talk to you offline real quick.
Yeah, that's all good.
Family, Ray, thank all of y'all for being here. Rooster, real quick before we get out of here, tell everybody about your channel, man. If y'all didn't kick, you tell them. I ain't gonna tell them. You tell them.
Man, if y'all want to have some fun, come see me. If y'all know how to sing, or if you don't know how to sing, come see me.
Yes.
That's all I can say to you. That's all I can say. Hey,
I heard them jokers the other day, dude, boy. I'm sitting there thinking that my dad and his friends up there singing, because that's how they sound. Like a bunch of old dudes trying to hold a tune.
Yeah. So, but I do want to say one note. I haven't told anybody. I think I told one person this. So this week we're gonna do the singing thing, but next week we're gonna have a little more fun, and I'm gonna let everybody roast Bap. But I'm telling you, I'm clapping back though. as BAP. I'm coming up as BAP, and I'm clapping back.
This gonna be good.
This gonna be really good.
This gonna be good.
So not this Friday. Next Friday, I'm coming up as BAP, and I'm clapping back.
All right, sounds good, man.
So
hey,
what's your channel, Rooster?
It's Big Rooster Show. Let me type it in the chat.
Yeah, there you go. Put it in there.
Hashtag BCAIC, like I used to say. There you go, man.
Back.
Yeah, so.
Y'all, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. This is gonna be one for the ages right here, cause baby.
What's up, Brazilian? Yeah, so we're gonna have a little fun, man. We just, you know, the channel is about having fun. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out. You know what I'm saying? We try not to get into the serious topics on my channel. You know, I leave that for the people who do the seriousness. But we have been there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, but over on my channel we try to have some fun. You know, you might learn a little bit about motorcycles, wrenching. You know, you dang sure gonna learn how to eat over there if you. Because I got a lot of food on it on my shorts. So yeah, that
man.
That part.
Hey, it's about time for some more turkey legs, bro.
Hey, look, I got a. You didn't see the video I put up the other day? I just did some for the fort.
I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I just put up some.
Yeah, I gotta go through my shorts feed. Hey, y'all, with that being said, man, you know, and like Rooster said, every channel got their own style. They do it a little different. You know, over here at African Dream, we talk about a little bit all up. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's laughter, sometimes a combination of both. But we all got to find some laughter and some joy in this life. And that's right, it was real. Then we saw real.
Yeah, but I put the turkey legs up after that one.
Okay, I saw the reels. Okay, bet. We gotta have some joy, some love. I don't give advice to folk because I don't get in grown folk business, but family with the world being the way it is and going the way it's going. Rock with people who rock with you.
Yes, sir.
Spend some time with people who spend time with you.
Yes, sir.
Love on folk who love on you back.
Yes,
and take this joint one day at a time.
Yes,
J3GS Farm, what's up, bro?
What's up, J3? Hey, Sammy Joe, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do have a lot of fun, and yeah, we do have a lot more than just fun over there. You know.
Yes. And baby, if we ain't never needed a laugh, the whole world need one right now, y'all.
Right.
We gotta have some doggone fun, man. Cause
yes,
all work and no play ain't no good, and playing all the time, man. You gotta mix it up, fam. Mix it up.
There you go. You gotta mix and match.
With that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate y'all being a part of this pop-up, part of this conversation. Y'all didn't think I was gonna keep it short, man. Your boy tired today. You see how
you tired today?
Man, when was the last time I did a live under 2 hours? Shit, I could man. Yeah. Your boy gotta get some shut eye.
Yeah, but yeah, I just want to say I encourage everybody to go check out the Galvin Dudley incident out of Poconos, Pennsylvania.
Galvin Dudley.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got that. I'll remember. Hell, if I got to go back to here and look at it again,
it's all good
after we close off. But yeah, y'all remember that Galvin Dudley. If you can't remember the name, write it down real quick. If not, catch this replay at whatever minute mark we at, 144. So yeah, with that being said, family, man, I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all for all the love, for all the support. Resilient Dad, thank you for the contribution, and thank all of y'all for y'all contribution for just being here. It was a pleasure having Odoms come up, having Lala come up, my man Ray up here, OG Big Rooster that slid through and hollered at. So it's a great day all together, man. It's a great day. And as we always say around these parts, baby, until the next time that we see y'all and y'all see us, y'all already know what we're gonna be doing. We're going to be over here, being country in another country. Sammy Joe, quit trying to Make me hold on.
Sammy Joe trying to make you stay, man.
Yeah, trying to make me stay. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.